My name is Eric. This is
Lindsay.
so this is our very first YouTube video. So make sure you like, subscribe it, whatever you do with YouTube. We're gonna be making some random videos. We got a few things we're gonna ask each other,
so that you guys get to know us a little bit.
Yep. And so that's we're gonna here we go.
Okay, do you want to answer the first question or you want me to?
No, go for it.
Okay.
Ask me.
Okay. So you're a big nerd like me.
Mm-hmm.
So what fictional place would you like to go and visit? It could be like Marvel, DC, books, whatever. Which one? And why? Because I would like to know why.
Maybe Krypton.
Why?
It's I don't know. It's kind of a cool place. It's
Yeah, but
very
it blows
shiny and it. Why does it blow up?
Krypton. Superman blows up. That's how Superman gets to Earth. Remember Krypton?
Well, I want to go there before it blows up.
Oh.
Has
So
it
you
already,
want to see
is it already
like
blown up?
pre-Superman?
Right. Has it already blown up?
I would assume so.
When did this happen? Okay. Yeah. I apparently I don't know what's going on.
I'm gonna need you to catch up on your Superman lore.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So that's a challenge for me. Apparently.
It's your homework for today.
Okay.
Your question.
I've got a question here for you.
Okay.
Spell diverticulitis.
You're such a jerk.
Go for it.
Diverticulitis. How close am I?
Not even close. Diverticulitis.
I was close. I got some of those. Like the first ones.
Not in the right order, though. What? That wasn't even close.
Shut up. Anyway, okay. So, what TV channel doesn't exist but you think should exist?
That's a good one.
Right?
Something I haven't actually
Did not
thought about
come
before.
with boring questions today. Diverticulitis.
See, the thing is that all the channels that I like are already on TV.
Mm-hmm. So you don't have one that you'd want to create yourself?
No, I can't say that I would.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Not what I thought you would say, but okay.
No, it's just not something I thought about. Maybe a tattoo channel. I mean, they've got tattoo shows.
Right.
But like a channel dedicated to tattoos.
Okay, so what, like they would go and focus on different tattoo shops or something?
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
It'd be like the drama of the tattoo shop, like, like a reality show, but
I would take bets on how long it would take before somebody threw a needle in the
Right, so you'd have these people that come in and they're like wimps, and they like get all up in their face with the camera.
Like my first tattoo.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd watch that. I would watch that.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be something I would take.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
If you were a dictator of a small island nation, what crazy dictator crap would you do?
An island?
Island, yes, an island.
Everybody would live in a tent.
Why a tent? Can it be like a glamorous tent or like a homeless tent?
Like there's no rules.
Okay.
There's not. I mean, there has to be rules, obviously,
right?
Because everybody would just kill each other, and it would just be a bad day. It wouldn't last very long at all.
Like we're counting a day here.
There would be some laws for sure.
Okay.
But
like what?
No throat punching for sure.
Now wait a minute.
There's no throat punching.
But that's my favorite thing.
Okay, there's only throat punching if the person deserves it.
Okay, that's fair.
If they're just being a complete
douche.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're being a complete D-bag, yeah, for sure.
All right. It's a good, it's a good law.
But yeah, but glamorous tents.
Okay.
That's
no,
that's
like
cool.
I don't have any money tents.
Yeah. No, none of that stuff. No, we want like mansion tents.
I can get behind that.
Like 2-story.
Yes.
I don't know how that would work, but
Well,
you
we'd
know,
have to get like an architect on the island to help us build them.
Yes.
Okay.
RVs are welcome, but you got to figure out how to get it there.
Gotcha.
Because obviously
okay.
you can't drive the thing on water.
No.
So that's not going to work.
Okay.
Boats only, no cars.
Yes, I'm
no
good with
cars.
that. Yeah.
Houseboats are cool too.
Okay.
Hammocks.
Yes.
It would be a hammock for everyone.
All right.
I
can get behind all of this for sure.
Yeah, I just don't know like grocery stores. Like people have to eat, you know.
Well, see, you'd have to be self-sustaining, like growing your own stuff. Like that would be your contribution to the island. If you want to live here, you've got to be able to give back and grow your own food. Because then I could grow the crap that I wanted to grow.
See, I kill plants.
I don't.
Pretty frequently.
I don't. See,
so,
that would be my contribution is I could grow.
I would have to shack up with somebody who knew how to grow plants.
Does your wife know how to grow plants?
No, she kills things too. So we got brown thumbs instead of green ones.
Okay, so that would be my contribution, as I can lead the farming.
That's perfect.
Okay.
I know how to cut wood. I can cut wood.
See, so you can build like the firewood.
You can build a firewood.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I can make that happen.
And you can fix all the houseboats.
Okay, I got another question for you.
Oh God. Okay.
What do you think about when you're alone in your car?
Oh, God. The think about alone in my car. If people could hear what I talk about in my car, they'd think I was.
Wait, is it a shorter list if we say what do you not think about in your car?
No, I think about like random crap, like the zombie apocalypse and how I would survive, and why is the person in front of me not using their turn signal, and I wonder what kind of potato chips that you could put together that would actually make a meal. Like my husband came up with the Pringles thing where like if you took the onion and whatever and then like the pizza when you would have an onion pizza potato chip. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, I started putting potato chip meals together in my head after that. You know, like cheddar and, you know.
So really like 1,000 different things.
Yes, like all the things.
All the things.
All the things. Like randomness.
So just like any typical woman's brain?
Hey, Patton Oswalt has the same kind of thought process, so it's not just women.
Okay, fair enough. I stand corrected.
The randomness
I stand corrected.
You know, the running ticker tape of randomness.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how gravity works?
Sure. Yeah. I wonder if, like, Newton thought that gravity worked as soon as the apple, like, hit him on the head, or did the apple hit him on the head and he spent, like, years trying to figure out why it hit him on the head? You know what I mean?
Funny story.
Oh, God.
About gravity.
Okay.
So, Annabelle, my 5-year-old.
Yes.
She's
adorable, by the way.
She'll be 5 on the 21st.
Okay.
Technically. But she's 5. So, I taught her what gravity was. So I picked up a brush and I said, Annabelle, this is gravity. And I dropped it on the floor.
Okay.
So she goes to my in-laws' house.
So for sure thought you said you were going to throw it at her.
No. So she goes to my in-laws' house that weekend, right?
Okay.
She gets there and she looks at, she calls her grandmother Daw. Mm-hmm. So she looks at Daw and she goes, Daw, do you know what gravity is? And she says, no, honey, what? So she picks up a bunch of stuff and she drops it on the floor.
Oh, God. and the response was what?
And guess who got blamed?
Of course you did.
So, yeah. Anyways.
Hey, it's a lesson.
Okay.
Okay. So, you know, everybody says that, you know, art is in the eye of the beholder. So what kind of art do you appreciate for you the most? Like, what is the one type of art that you like the most? And why? I like to know why.
Well, I do photography. You know that until you do.
Yep.
So I really like candid people pictures. Mm-hmm. Like black and white, like they're not looking, they're just doing their people thing.
Okay.
And hanging out on the sidewalk, playing a guitar, or, you know, somebody who's a veteran and fell on hard times.
Okay.
And I think it really kind of tells this story of the person, and you can just kind of see the, you know, the life experience in the wrinkles in their face and their hands, and
Okay.
so
Like
stuff
those little
that.
private moments that they think nobody's looking.
When they think
Okay.
nobody's looking, and
I love those moments.
and you catch that moment of
Yeah.
like they think nobody's paying attention to them, and then next thing you know, you see it on a magazine cover.
Yes.
You know?
Okay. I
So,
get that. That's awesome.
But yeah, so that's the kind of art. What about you? What are you into?
I love black and white. It's my favorite. I love black and white photographs. Like Time
True
magazine.
black and white or digital?
You know, I appreciate both. Like Time magazine came to Frisk University or Frisk Museum and did that whole the Pulitzer Prize winning photographs and stuff. You know, from like the very first one to I think modern day. And you look at some of the photographs, and some of them are heartbreaking. Like the one with the little baby in Africa and the vulture sitting there, and the photographer didn't do anything because he had weighed that decision of, do I do anything or do I just shoot the picture? Because that photojournalist line of, you know, take the picture, not become the picture kind of thing. And, you know, and then you have things like Martin Luther King giving his speech, and you have stuff like the apartment fire where mothers had no other choice but throwing their kids out the windows to save them. And, you know, so those dramatic moments in history that at the time could only be shot in black and white.
I dig it.
I just think they're so powerful because the color can sometimes, I think, detract from what you're viewing, but black and white puts it right there, very simple, bam, there's the image. Look at it.
Yeah, the color tends to distract
Yes.
from the image itself.
Exactly.
It's, you know, black. Now, granted, times in history, black and white was really the only option, but it kind of gives you that opportunity to feel what you didn't get to experience with that moment.
Yes.
And, you know, with those sad moments like that, like some of the ones you were mentioning, it turns into a situation where that black and white really kind of helps set the tone.
Story.
It tells the story. It sets the tone for the photo. It's supposed to be a sad photo so people can see what it was like when they took that photo.
And the other cool thing about that too is if you look at the photos, you can tell our nation's history. Like where we came, where we started, how things have progressed and changed. And I mean, because you can look at what people were wearing, what the buildings look like, you know, the way that people lived. And you can see the changes throughout the pictures in history. And I just think that's a really cool way to capture our history.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing stuff.
Yes. Okay. So, what movie title best describes your life? You can't make up a movie title. You have to think of all the movies.
Does it have to be a movie or can it be a TV show?
It can be a TV show. I'll give you that. Yeah. Okay.
Probably like, I personally don't like the show, but probably like Reba. It's
okay.
Not necessarily in. I know it sounds
not
weird.
where I thought you were going, but sure.
It sounds weird, but like their entire family life is chaotic.
Right.
And that's how my house is all the time.
Okay.
Like, it's just chaos all the time.
Okay.
Unless we're sleeping and there's no chaos. It's because we're asleep. So
naturally, you're right.
Yeah, it's just we've got 2 teenage girls and then a 5-year-old, and it's just like all the time.
All the time, drama. All the time.
All the time. There's always drama. And then you got the 5-year-old that's like following suit with the teenagers, so we call her a 4-major.
And they're all girls, right?
Yeah, they're all girls.
You know how screwed you are, right?
Oh, I'm so screwed.
Yeah, like really bad.
That's
just
been my entire life.
It's the trifecta of female hormones.
When my parents split, it was me, my mom, and my sister for 8 years. My stepdad came into the picture. I married my wife. She had 2 girls. She's got a stepson too, which is Annabelle is his little girl.
Right.
But and she lives with us. But it's just like it's chaos. I'm absorbed in women all the time. Yeah.
It's just like the estrogen house.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's literally like every time I'm walking through the house, somebody's yelling, "I need some toilet paper." I'm like, why don't you just look before you sit down? Anyways.
It's a fair question.
That was my rant.
No, I get it. All right, next
Okay.
question.
How would you rate your memory?
Oh, God. Okay.
Let's say like a scale of 1 to 10.
It depends on the subject matter. Books and movies and music, probably an 8. Like,
Let's say you're walking through your house and like you were going to do something, and do you typically forget what you're doing because
I
you
get
got
distracted.
sidetracked by
Yeah,
something
I'm
else?
like, ooh, look, a squirrel. Yeah, I'm
Why is there
distracted.
squirrels in your house?
Have you seen my dogs in the backyard?
Well, Monty kind of looks like a squirrel.
Monty is a jerk.
Yeah, he
No,
is.
I need to go get this, and I'll get halfway down the hall and think, oh crap, I gotta get this too, and then I'll start going to get that thing, and then I'll be like, what was I coming down here for originally? I have what's called mom brain, where I have struggled desperately to keep one thought in my head for 10 minutes before I either, Mom, Lindsay, just 1 minute! Let me finish what I was trying to do. God.
That's what happens when I clean my house. It's literally like I'm vacuuming. Oh crap! I got to do the dishes. So I stop and I start doing the dishes.
And then do you ever go back to the vacuum?
Oh crap! I got to do laundry. And then it's like 2 hours later, and then I realize I never finished vacuuming.
Yes.
That's my entire world all the time.
All day, every day. Okay, I've got to put the dishes open. I have to finish laundry, and then I got to clean the bathrooms, and I got to... What was I originally going to do? Damn it, darn. I get it, absolutely.
Right.
Okay, so since we're doing this whole video cast, I was thinking about, you and I talked about, like, all the things I'm going to do, like my book reviews, Eric's dad reviews, and, like, how-to videos, all the things that we want to do with this media that we're doing. So what is your ultimate goal for this video podcast thing that we're doing on YouTube?
It's for me, it's about people seeing me. It's very difficult for me to put myself out there like that. So
really,
yeah, I was a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Yeah, I just don't do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't even take selfies, for God's sakes. It's just like
I forced you into selfies a couple times.
I don't I've been forced, and I feel like I was forced.
Yeah.
It wasn't for me. I mean, like I'm good at selfies. Don't get me wrong.
Well, we're photographers, so.
But it's just like I don't know. I just don't think people would be interested in seeing me. So for me, it's just
that's
getting myself
yet.
out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. Okay.
For a change,
right?
Because I feel like I've been in this comfortable place for a long time, and I need to change that. Because
you thought I was the person to help you do that?
Yeah. It's constant.
Oh, okay.
All the time.
All right. What's your next question?
Describe the color yellow to somebody that would be blind.
I saw that question. I thought that was a good question too. Because
that means I got to choose a different one because you were thinking about it.
Yeah, well, no, that's fine. I'll give you another question. But I would think you would want to use words that make you think of yellow. Like, for me, yellow would be a sun. So I would say it's warm. It's bright. Like, it's a bright color, I would say it's a warm color. It's a color that makes you happy. Because yellow makes me happy.
Right.
Lemons are really good. Sun is really good. Yellow, it's a bright, happy, cheerful color.
Right.
It would be something that if you wanted to be in a good mood, if you wanted to feel warm and joyful, yellow's the color for you.
I think that pretty much sums it up.
Yeah.
That's good. You thought about that.
I did think about that.
All right, I got one more question for
you.
This is one you hadn't thought about.
Okay.
Room, desk, and car. Which do you clean first?
Room, desk, and car. Well, being that we can see my desk and it looks like a...
It's definitely not your desk.
No, it's definitely not my desk. No. I would say room, car, and then desk.
In that order.
Yes, in that order. in my room right now is still kind of, to be fair, all three of them are kind of a
hot mess.
A hot mess. You know, the room is less of a hot mess, and the car is like the middle of the hot mess spectrum. And then my desk is just where crap gets piled that I can deal with it later.
See, I can't function like that. Like, my car has to be clean on the inside at least.
Well, my problem is that, so I'll get in the car, and the back seat is fairly clean because that's where my daughter sits. And, you know, my side of the car is fairly clean, but since usually I'm the only person in the car, the trash area is like the floorboard of the passenger seat in the front. I just chuck things over there. And then when I come home, I'll get a trash bag and clean it out.
Yeah, see, for me,
I'll drink water. I'll get it later.
That sounds about right. Yeah, I could see that.
You've been in the car with me. You've seen me launch a water.
Just step on the stuff. It's okay.
Well, you've seen me
What's
launch
in here?
a water.
I don't know.
I mean, we've got to the car and I've chucked a water bottle into the very back. I'll get it later. And I remember the part you just looked at me like, what?
Drives me crazy. Laura does the same thing. So yeah, I just, like, my car is my space, though, because, like, I'm in my car all the time.
Right.
Like, it's literally, I'm driving to work or from work, and, you know, the only times I'm at home is in the morning. Or your house.
Equipment.
To loan you stuff. Because you don't have anything right now.
Right.
But that's okay. That's all right. You give it back, and that's the important thing.
You need to tell the weed eater story.
The weed eater story.
Because I told my husband the weed eater story, and he was like, that sounds about right.
It's hard to tell the weed eater story because you don't, like, there's a hole inside of the spool, and you have to put it...
So, we just bought a house. My husband and I did. And we don't have any yard equipment. So, my best friend has all the yard equipment. So, he would frequently get phone calls. Hey, Eric, do you have a hoe? Hey, Eric, do you have a rake? Do you have a weed eater? I need a shovel. Do you have...
Vacuum cleaner.
Vacuum cleaner. Yes, I borrowed the vacuum cleaner too because ours decided to take a dive. And so I go and I get this weed eater. And I know how to work a weed eater. It has a little, you know, plasticky, wiry thingy.
The spool.
Yeah, thank you. That goes on the bottom with the little wheelie thing. Because this is how girls describe stuff. So shut up. So... You know, I turn it on, and I got all my front yard done, and they get like a partial around the fence and halfway down, and it quits. I'm like, okay, so we've got the spool. I know how to just stick it in there and wrap it and clip it. No, that is not what happened. Let me tell you what happened. So I put the thing on there, and I push it on and turn it on, and like 5 feet of the stuff goes whoosh out into the yard in little chunks. I was like, well... And I'm sure my neighbors thought I was insane because the amount of profanity that came out of my mouth for the 30 minutes that I tried to get this spool to do what it was supposed to do in the weed eater. So then I give out my call Eric. And I believe the question was, how the blankety blank do you get this blanking thing to work? And after laughter, you know, because you laughed at me a lot. and listening to me try to do what he's telling me to do over the phone, sticking the orange wire cable thingy into this hole so that then you could punch it into the bottom of this thing and then it would pop back out like a freaking Jack in the Box. And he's laughing at me, you know, and I finally just hold on, I've got a few minutes, I'll be right there. Just put it down.
And go breathe.
So I go and
because you're getting mad at a weed eater.
I was getting really angry, like biblically angry at this weed eater.
I was concerned for my weed eater.
So he comes over and he just picks it up and goes boop, and pops it back in there. There you go. I could have punched him in the throat. Like, really?
I mean, to be fair, I've done it like 1,000 times.
That's not the point at all. You didn't tell me that you had to stick it on the inside hole and, like, push it to the
Oh, no, I told you.
No, you didn't.
I told you. I said, there's a hole on the inside.
I thought you were talking about the little groove that you had to snap it in on the top.
No.
I'm sure that my neighbors think that I had lost my mind. And Eric just comes over there, spends 2 seconds, boop, pops it right in. I stood there just like... for a minute. I was so mad.
Well, listen up. I hate to cut this short.
But
I got a real job that I got to do.
I sort of do.
So.
Yeah. This is the kind of shenanigans that you'll probably see from the two of us. Our video, what do we call it? Video podcast or just a video cast?
It's not really a podcast. Podcast is like Apple stuff, right?
Well, a podcast is just like a radio program. That's what they call radio programs now. Like Stuff You Should Know is a podcast. It's my favorite. They're hilarious. You guys should listen to Stuff You Should Know because they're hysterical. But it's a radio program.
I didn't think anybody used podcasts anymore, though. It's like a
term.
I
use podcast. Anyway. Okay. But our show is going to be called So Here's the Thing. And we're going to touch on all kinds of stuff. Like I said earlier, book reviews, Eric's dad reviews. You're going to get a makeup tutorial with his 5-year-old daughter, Annabelle, which will be hilarious. I've seen it. It's great. I will...
I look like a clown when it's done.
It's fantastic. It's like a life goal for everybody should do this makeup. I'm telling you.
You may get a random video of me trying to do her hair, too.
That is hilarious.
It's pretty amazing.
Absolutely hilarious. We'll do movie reviews and book reviews and TV shows, and we'll go out and do shenanigans that you can make fun of us at. So, we have a lot of stuff planned out for the next couple months. So,
So, like this video, comment, tell us if there's anything you want us to see.
Be nice.
Be nice. We don't want to do anything that could potentially harm us.
Or kill us.
Maim us
in any great way.
Or take anybody else off.
And I really don't feel like getting arrested.
No. No arrested. You've been arrested before?
Not really, no. But, there have been college shenanigans, and we'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah, we're not going to go there. All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it.
And we'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.